Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion here on this glorious evening. I don't usually film at night, but it's peaceful, and I had the house to myself, and I just was having some ideas, talking with a friend of mine, and so I kind of wanted to talk about the importance of breathing, other than the obvious, okay? Because breathing helps us be present, and we have such difficulty in our society just being. We become human doings instead of human beings, or flying around like gerbils on crack. 1 minute rolls into the next, rolls into it's night, then it's day, then it's another day gone by, then they're all threaded together, and then they're 1 year. We don't even know what happened because we didn't even really live it. It sounds very thorough, but it's true. And so when we take a big, deep, intentional breath, just that is actually neurological, not just touchy-feely. Because when we breathe deeply with intention, it causes a neurological reset in the brain, in the mind, where it brings us out of, the meeting we have next Tuesday that we're thinking about and stressing out about because the boss is there and you have a big presentation or whatever. And it brings us back from, like Back to the Future, right? It also brings us out of the past, whatever happened in 1992 that made you mad, or last week, or that something that so-and-so got your goat, and you didn't have a chance to respond, and I'll wait till I run into her again, and I'll tell her whatever, and all that. So breathing, something as seemingly simple as intentional breathing, works like a charm. Just see, and I can tell you some little tricks that I use, and I mean, it's just, so you can do this throughout your day because there's an immediate relief from anxiety, or if you're having sad thoughts or whatever, because when we're in the moment, which is what breathing does, breathing deeply does, returning the brain to the moment, in that, if we're fully present in the moment, there's no room for anxiety or sadness or anything, because we're just in the moment. We're in the now. And so, and it doesn't, the busy mind thing, the monkey chatter, doesn't have to always be negative. It usually is, because it's often stemming from the limbic system, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes when I'm walking into Champlain College, where I love to teach and do everything I'm doing with well-being, sometimes my mind is just like so busy, because I'm also a fast minder, right? Quote unquote, or not quotes, what am I trying to say? Parentheses, ADHD, because I don't say that because it's shaming and stupid. So the Fast Mind Club. So often I'm walking in just so pumped, so charged, so excited about what we're going to do in class that day, that sometimes I just have to just breathe, right? And so what I will do that works like really well, of course it's in Burlington, so it's an urban place, is I pick a stop sign, or the tree that's by the stop sign, or that same car that was there for the entire semester, didn't get towed, don't know why, and something that's not going to move. Like, it won't work if it's a cat on the step. The cat moves, there goes your processing, right? So pick the stop sign. It might be 50 feet away, that's it. And I just do this. And it's amazing. I don't always shut my eyes because I could walk into something, but I just sort of stare at the stop sign. And there's one particular time I remembered, it had snowed, and there's all kinds of funky ice drops kind of hanging from the limbs of the trees. We're talking about 50 feet. And all of a sudden we become so much more aware, because we're breathing and focusing on the stop sign or the parked car or whatever, that it was so grounding. In a matter of seconds, how long does it take to walk 50 feet, right? If you're doing half a second per foot, like literally, right? It's less than a minute. So, and I immediately rejuvenated. There's another one that works super well in, especially if you're in a horribly boring, meeting where you work, and you can do this and they don't even know. It's so great. So if you have two functioning hands, you're really set. And I'm not saying that with a joke, because there are people who don't. So I'm being sincere when I say that. Two functioning hands, it makes this really easy. So it's called, I forget where I got it from. So it's called Take 5. So let's just pretend your hand is on your thigh under the table, or it's on the table. I know I would have to work underneath the table. So underneath the table, or if you're in your office, who cares? But if you're in the middle of the boring meeting, and all you do is breathe in, I gotta do it this way. Okay, so breathe in, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and then backwards, 3 1,000, 2 1,000, 1 1,000. Nice and slow. Then 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and then 3 1,000, 2 1,000, 1 1,000. So do all 5 fingers. Okay, if you're not feeling calm after that, do the other hand. And I've got way more tricks than this, but at least that's a start, because people sometimes they underestimate the power of breathing. Here's so many people saying it. My very good friend Oprah, who you know, she's my very dear friend. She's just not aware. Eckhart Tolle, I mean, John Kabat-Zinn for sure. Eckhart Tolle, just go on and on. The greatest of thinkers that are, the spiritual thinkers in the practice of being present will talk about the breath. That is just top of the list, because it brings us right back into the now, and the now is all we have. Because if we're not here, or in the past or the future, basically we're missing out on our lives. And in my opinion, that's just tragic. Okay, tragic. And so breathing, when we're excited, nervous, preoccupied, whatever, is very quick centering. And what I do from the Jeep or whatever, I just do it over and over and over again. If I'm having a day that I'm just like busy mind. And so that's it. Remember to breathe with intention each day. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from my living room in Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day with deep, deep intentional breaths.